Hi there and welcome to Oracle Speak, your Oracle forecast. My name is Anna Cortez, author of the Playing Card Oracles and Oracle Alchemy, the art of transformation in life and card reading. And I'll be your host for this forecast. It is now February 2022. And the cards for this forecast were drawn at the new moon, January 31st, and I'll be showing you those cards here on the screen. And let's get right to it. So ruling over this time period, this lunar cycle, we find a great Lord and presence beckoned by our great collective wish and our need for great change. A dark portal of magnitude and mystery that holds the promise of secrets yet to unfold. Shy secrets approaching quietly yet steadily, like a drumbeat in the distance. Can you feel it? And this growing sound in the distance, this feeling of inevitability moves me. I shake. Clinging to what is familiar, I find myself hanging as if by a thread. What has given me comfort and security in the past leads me now into greater and greater free fall. But yes, a light appears, a great and dazzling light, and I hurl myself headlong into it, becoming one with it. I am transformed. And the drumbeat in the darkness reveals itself as a strong, impassioned heartbeat, and it consumes me. Do not look at me with eyes of the past. The past has been swallowed whole. I am but a conduit for the spirit that burns in my chest. I am the phoenix, born again into this life. My heart one with the heart of the earth. Arise, dear children, and claim your place in the light. The moth seeks the flame. So that's the forecast. That's it for February 2022. Now we'll have a little bonus section. In this section, we're going to look at the cards that were laid out that created this forecast. And we see on the screen this month of February 22nd on the right, this little tower of cards with an additional card on the side. This is all from the Playing Card Oracles deck and system. And then on the left side of the screen, we see last month's 4 cards, also drawn at the new moon. And I wanted to put this continuation of months here on the screen because I want you to see the reverberation between these months. And I want you to see the footprint of the intelligences that work behind this oracle. It's just amazing when you look at it. And let's just move quickly. For those of you who are students of the playing card oracles or interested, curious about this way of card reading with the 52 card playing deck, that's what you're looking at here. So each of these little card towers on the screen represents 4 weeks of time, right? 1 lunar cycle. Because each card of the 52 card deck represents 1 week of the 52 week year. This deck is a natural timekeeping device. So we're looking at it through that perspective, through an awakened perspective of our playing cards. So in the top position, right, we'll just move top to bottom and we'll focus on the spread on the right, since that is, the prominent spread for the time at hand. At the top of the spread, we have the Ace of Clubs, right? A black ace, just like in the previous lunar cycle, a black ace, both upside down in the spread, definitely resonating with each other there, a continuation of a dynamic from one month to the next. And we see in this month that this is the ace called Ithra, the Ace of Clubs. It's the dream moth. And I see this card many times as a keyhole of sorts, right? That singular club, black club in the center of the card, appearing much like a keyhole in a great doorway. We are being called to open a new door, to see what lies behind our current boundaries, and to call forward the realization of new dreams, new realities that exist behind that door. But for right now, appear only as a dark little hole, right, through the keyhole. We have to stick the key in there to open the door and realize our dreams. So this is what we have at the top of the spread. And I have seen this so many ways in this spread. There's so many layers to this reading. You could see this dark passageway at the top as a womb, a birthing space. You could see it as a black hole of magnitude and magnetism that magnifies everything going on this table. And all of that is relevant. All of that can be played with and read into. And so, let's move to the next card. The Jack. It's a little bit covered up there by the third card. If you're familiar with the playing card oracles, you know that's the Jack of Spades. Pampero, his little spade is covered up, his little head is covered up there. And he is the Jack, the younger male part of the court, in the suit of Earth. Just like in the previous month, January, on our left side of the screen, we also have a black Jack, Lancelot, the Jack of Clubs, also positioned upside down. That resonance we're talking about, that intelligence that moves from month to month and penetrates this time period like the drumbeat, that I talked about in the forecast, the other part of this video. And so Pampero, being in the spade suit, is the earth suit. Jack, he is very much about what he can see and hear and touch. It's hard for him to enter into the dream space represented by the moth above him. He's a very tactical reality kind of guy, and he's actually looking toward the past. In this spread, his head, if you could see beneath, he's looking into the past, and he's only showing one side. So he's not getting the full picture of what's going on from his staunch earth orientation. And we see him dangling upside down in this layout, very disoriented, as he merges with the card beneath him. This is the way I read card positions within spreads, not as a reversed card or et cetera, et cetera. I see the cards as arranging themselves in pictographs. They are creating a greater story through their pictorial relationship to other cards on the table. And here we see the lady card, the 10 of diamonds beneath Pampero, eclipsing Pampero. And in fact, we see her consuming Pampero. If you look closely at the picture of Tendra, you see a lady kissing the severed head of her beloved. And as one of the members of our Oracle Tide brilliantly pointed out, it does appear as if she is indeed eating the head of Pampero above her, right? It's the pictograph created by these cards together. And I love that depiction where the male and the female join together here, creating a hybrid being. The two become one. And although Tendra is positioned in a lower card position than Pampero above her, she overlaps him. She eclipses him. And she consumes his head, right? And she is in the heart of this spread. She, being in the third position, is in the heart, the literal heartbeat of this spread. And diamonds is the suit of fire, the suit associated with fire in the playing card oracles. This is very bright. It's this light in the heart, this light of spirit, this vision that the dark cards above don't possess on their own. They need this vision, this flame of these two cards in the bottom position to light everything up. And here Tendra brings that to the Pampero and Tendra combination. And also from a pictorial point of view, we see Tendra emerging up out of the 3 diamonds beneath her, spiraling upward, right? We see that 3 of diamonds, the necklace, spiraling upward from the earth position of the spread, almost like a DNA spiral is how I've come to see it. And she is rising up like a phoenix out of that flame, out of that light that connects straight down into the sphere of the earth. That 4th card, the 3 of diamonds, is in the bottommost position of the spread, we call that the earth position of the spread. So very much on fire here. And all of this resonating back to the January spread, right? We see the 3 of diamonds repeating, that drumbeat, strongly coming through these spreads when you string them together like this, like a necklace itself, right? And also in that 3rd position, we see 2 lady cards, Tendra in the present time, and Fortuna, the lady of clubs, as she merges with the Jack above her. Very much a repeating dynamic between the 2 months with a slight change in suits, right? So the way that these cards merge and interact with each other is shifting through these changing suit signs. We see the fire and the earth this month in the center of our spread, right at about the period of the full moon, clashing together, Tendra consuming the head of Pampero, and it's a more competitive rivalry here in our present time, where it was much softer in a sense last month with the 2 club cards, the 2 cards in the air suit, blending much more seamlessly together. So I'm predicting that things are going to heat up a bit this month over last month. And one final mention of one last dynamic here, and we could go on and on talking about this, what's on the screen here, for days, but just one final mention. The 3 of clubs there that flipped out of the deck wanted itself to be known, so I included it here on the side. This card really bringing into greater focus both the card at the top and the card at the bottom, right? These 2 extremes, right? The top and the bottom. Because the 3 of clubs obviously resonates with the ace of clubs at the top. They're both odd numbered cards within the club suit, the air element. A lot of similarities between those 2 cards and the way they're interpreted. Also, obviously, with the other 3 down at the bottom, sharing the numerological perspective there. So the 3 of clubs is a warning of sorts, and it is re-emphasizing that your thoughts manifest realities. And so the warning with this card is be careful what you wish for, right? This is a time of manifestation with all these 3s on the table and with the 3 of diamonds in the foot position of this spread. Be careful what you wish for. Know your thoughts to master your reality. Your deepest, innermost wishes will take shape before your eyes. So be careful what you wish for. So I think that's a good spot for conclusion. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.